So listen, we've been going on the Sith train recently when it comes to Star Wars lore. Listen, we're full Sith over here. Look at my hoodie, the dark side, all the way. You know what I mean? I got Vader in the back. I got the Sith build here. You know, we've been doing Sith videos. So last time we did Malgus, we did Nihilus. You know what? Let's switch it up. This is the top 5 female Sith. You know, we've been focused a lot on male Siths, but let's get the females in there, you know what I mean? There's some tough female Sith you don't want to mess with, you know what I'm saying? You know, some are pretty bad, I ain't gonna lie. I can only be honest, I can only be real, you know what I'm saying? There's some badass female Sith out there, man, but let's find a top 5. You know, we got Stupendous Wave here, and he's gonna tell us their top 5 female Sith in, I guess, Legends and canon, whatever, right? And he's going to tell us what his top 5 is. And let me know if you have any female Sith that y'all know. Or if you have female Sith OCs that y'all created. Listen, I'm Darth Ronok. That's my Sith OC, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you got any Sith OCs, male and or female, let me know in the comments down below if you got some. Join the Absolute. Sith Absolute, dog. Join the club. But anyway, let's find out what Stupendous Wave's top 5 female Sith. Let's do this.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Female Sith. Let's do
The
it.
Sith Order has been home to many intelligent and powerful members, both male and female. A lot of the time, many discuss the male Sith Lords and the female ones are only an afterthought. Today, however, we will be giving many of these Sith the well-deserved spotlight as we count down the top 5 Ladies of the Sith.
Exactly.
The title Lady of the Sith is the equivalent of Lord of the Sith, and there have been many powerful and wise dark ladies over the Star Wars universe. Number 5, Darth Cognis. Before becoming a Lady of the Sith, Cognis was known as the Huntress, an assassin for hire with a 100% success rate. The Huntress could track down and, importantly, capture or kill anyone on her list. Eventually, the Huntress was hired by the princess of a royal family to track down and capture the last remaining Sith Lord, Darth Bane. After searching, the Huntress found and was able to poison Bane with the help of other mercenaries, taking him to those who commissioned her services. After handing Bane over, though, she remained, acquiring a feeling that she was to stay and learn the ways of the Sith and the dark side from Bane. Eventually, Lord Bane escaped, and the Huntress pleaded with him to teach her the ways of the dark side and make her his apprentice. Bane agreed, and the two departed. After some brief training, the Huntress devoted herself fully to the Order of the Sith, taking the name Darth Cognis. However, following doing so, Bane's former apprentice, Darth Zana, arrived, challenging her master to a final duel to determine the true Lord or Lady of the Sith. Cognis fully removed herself from the duel, determined she would only become the apprentice of the victor. Eventually, Zana killed Bane, and Cognis became her apprentice. Cognis was renowned for her ability to see into the future and for her skill as an assassin. Eventually, Cognis too would ascend to Lady of the Sith, following her master's death. Number 4, Darth Talon. Darth Talon was a lady...
Alright, I like Cognis, but I like Cognis. Cognis is pretty cool. Okay. But Talon, listen. The famous Darth Talon. Smash.
Lady of the Sith during Darth Krayt's rule of 1. Talon was fully devoted to Lord Krayt, willing to die for him or kill for him at any moment, even stating she would cut out her own heart upon the order of Krayt. Because of her loyalty, Krayt deemed Talon one of his hands, making her his personal assassin and one of his most trusted allies. I am your life. I am your death. You have passed your final test without flinching. I name you Darth Talon, and you will now be one of my hands, my own personal assassin. Henceforth, you will take orders only from me. Report only to me. Talon was a gifted duelist and noteworthy Force user, being a good hand with Force lightning. Talon underwent rigorous training, overcoming nearly every obstacle and earning tattoos covering her body as a sign of each accomplishment. Talon was even able to capture the powerful Jedi Cade Skywalker and assist in his Sith training. Talon is a rare Sith, as she showed complete loyalty to her master, even until the end, overcoming the natural selfishness of the Sith and earning her well-deserved recognition. Number 3, Lady Lumaya. Lumaya was a Force sensitive born during the time of the Empire, and quickly rose through its ranks, using her skill to her full advantage and gaining the recognition of Darth Vader. Vader wished to see see what she was made of, advancing her training, and to his surprise, she succeeded and excelled in nearly all missions dealt her way. Eventually, Vader gifted Lumaya her most difficult task yet, to hunt down and kill Luke Skywalker. To do so, Lumaya, now calling herself Bree, joined the rebellion in an effort to gain the trust of its leaders and Luke himself. For years, Bree fought alongside Luke, eventually falling in love with him. One fateful day, both Luke and Bree were commissioned for an undercover mission, where they were both piloting stolen TIE fighters. Through a series of events, Bree ended up in Luke's line of sight, and he was unsure if it was a comrade or foe. Luke then reached out through the Force, determining the pilot was his enemy, and he then proceeded to shoot it down. It was then revealed that it was Bree in the TIE, and as a result of her apparent death, Luke was stripped of all his titles and discharged from the rebellion. However, through another mission, Luke discovered Bree was a secret cell sent to kill him or sever his ties with the rebellion, and after revealing the information to the rebel leaders, he was reinstated. Bree, however, was not killed, surviving in space for a short while. Eventually, Vader himself found her, bringing her to his ship. Once there, Vader was told she required extensive cybernetic implants to live, and uncharacteristically, Vader sympathized with her, as he had undergone a similar procedure years prior to save his own life. Bree was then saved and outfitted with large amounts of cybernetics, then devoting herself to Vader for further training. Vader agreed, and she became one of his most powerful students. Palpatine too recognized Bree, now deemed Lumaya mistress of the Sith, for her power, and he enlisted her as one of his personal hands. Lumaya, while out searching for herself and the true extent of the dark side, received word both Vader and Palpatine had perished by the hand of Luke Skywalker, the same Jedi who she had loved and who gave her injuries. Lumaya became vengeful, now deeming herself the true lady of the Sith, and fighting against Luke for years to follow. After numerous defeats, Lumaya saw Luke had grown too powerful, and that she would need to hurt him in a different way, one that would sting to his very core. Lumaya discovered that Luke's nephew, Jacen Solo, had been struggling, and began embracing the dark side. Lumaya then sought him out, fully turning him to the dark side, helping him gain the title of Darth Kaitis. Finally satisfied with her work, Lumaya, now determined to die, once more engaged Luke in a duel, where he would eventually strike her down. Number 2, Darth Zana. Once a hopeful little...
I did not know that. I think that is a really good one. That's a good story. I like that one. That's a good one. That's some good lore. That's some good lore. That's some good lore. I like that lore. Let me know if y'all like that lore in the comments.
Little girl determined to become a Jedi Knight, Zana was found by the Sith Lord Darth Bane just following his ultimate triumph. Seeing the power and darkness within Zana, Bane took her as his apprentice, determined to teach her all he could in an effort to further the Order of the Sith. Over years of training, Zana became a powerful duelist, but especially Force user, becoming exceptionally talented with Sith magic, to the point where even her master began to fear her potential. Zana showed she could walk the halls of the Jedi Temple completely unseen by the Jedi Knight surrounding her. Zana later went on to kill several Jedi in an effort to fully keep the survived Sith a secret from the Jedi and Republic. Zana stands among the deadliest ladies of the Sith, able to drive a weak-willed individual insane and be noted as a master of the unorthodox gifts of the dark side. After decades of experience and learning, Zana eventually killed her master Darth Bane and became the Dark Lady of the Sith, claiming her apprentice Darth Cognis and successfully furthering the rule of two. Number 1, Darth Traya. Darth Traya was initially a Jedi Master, and Master to the legendary Jedi Knight, later Sith Lord Revan. Traya was cast out of the Jedi Order after Revan and several other of her students betrayed the wishes of the Council, thus causing them to view Traya as a total failure. Because of this, Traya became determined to seek out Revan. Searching for him, she happened upon a Sith Academy, and saw as a sign the way the Force willed her to follow. Over many years, Traya became Darth Traya, Lady of the Sith, and took an interest in a strange phenomenon known as wounds in the Force. Traya saw these wounds manifested themselves as people, or what was formerly people, and Traya sought them out. Traya discovered these wounds were two Dark Lords, called Sion and Nihilus. Traya convinced these Sith to serve as her apprentices, offering them power and the ability to quench their endless pain and hunger. These three Lords of the Sith became so powerful none could challenge them, but the way of the Sith took hold, and Sion and Nihilus betrayed their master Traya. Traya, now calling herself Kreia, became intent on destroying both the Jedi and Sith Order for their treatment of her and their endless betrayal. To do so, Kreia found another wound in the Force, known as Mitra Surik, who she was intent on using to kill her former apprentices and then turn her to destroy the Jedi. However, over time, Kreia saw Mitra would not turn, and thus killed a large remainder of the Jedi Masters herself. Eventually, Mitra defeated both Scion and Nihilus, finally confronting Traya on Malachor V and defeating her within the Academy. Know that there was once a Darth Traya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Traya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. So that is, in my opinion, the top 5 ladies of the Sith. Not just some of the best Sith Lords, but best Star Wars characters, period. So which female Sith is your favorite? Tell me in the comments below, and why. If you have any...
Alright, I'm going to stop it. Those are some good ones, especially the one during Luke's time. I didn't expect that one. That was a really good one. But listen, Darth Talon is my favorite female Sith, hands down. If there's any other female Sith, you guys know, let me know in the comments. But that was fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll do the absolutes. Peace.